All right, it's so easy to become numb to media bias these days, right? So the Ingraham Angle is keeping track of the worst offenders of the week. Joining me now to discuss it, Jeff Ford, former CNN commentator and contributing editor of The American Spectator. Also with me is Adam Guillette, president of Accuracy in Media. Thanks, guys. Panel, let's begin with the media taking a cue from Biden and trashing the unvaccinated.
Who are those that refuse to get the vaccines? They are men, they are white, they are Republican, and half of them are QAnon believers.
Being an antisocial jerk is not a protected category.
Everybody's entitled in this country to be an idiot.
Adam, how do you feel about this? You think it's nice to pick an enemy?
Well, it makes me really mad because I got the Moderna vaccine as part of a trial last August, and I'm a white male Republican. At the time, the media, the New York Times, they were sowing seeds of doubt in the vaccine. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, they were running around saying, I'm not going to get a Trump vaccine. It's amazing today that everything has become politicized in our society. The media, obviously, Hollywood, K through 12 education, but clearly even medicine. They've politicized medicine. Vaccines are terrible until a Democrat is elected president. Then vaccines are great. It's ridiculous.
Jeff, they're insulting African Americans because on the whole, they are trailing white Americans by 15% in proportion to getting the vaccine.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they understand at all what they're doing with this. I, too, have gotten the vaccination here, and it's just an insult to some of these people, particularly the African-American community. I've had people in the African-American community explain to me why they've had problems with vaccines in the past and that kind of thing. There's historical reasons here that we don't need to go into. But, yeah, I mean, to sort of slam them like this is a terrible thing to say. I mean, this is a very serious issue, and playing politics is not the right thing to do, period.
Yeah, and I think mandates are coming anyway. Now to this, and Jeff, I'll let you lead on this one after I show you the tape. Chris Cuomo, in a show I'm sure you didn't see, showed off his tough guy persona, but he really lost this sparring session.
I mean, honestly, you sound like an idiot, so there's not much to say. But, Tony, good luck with it. See you.
And so do you.
Yeah, only for having you on the show. That was my only mistake. It is such a false sense of strength. It is such a stupid, ethnic, stereotype, masculine, moronic thing to be.
Yeah, with him gone. Jeff, Laura actually had that guest, that restaurant owner, who said only unvaccinated can come to my restaurant because he's all about freedom, on her show earlier this week. And I can say with certainty that he was definitely not an idiot like Chris Cuomo portrayed him. Your thoughts about that guy and Chris's reaction?
Well, you know, we've been around the television world. You can be assured that this guy was checked out before they invited him on, and there had to be some intention to do this. And I just think, you know, it's completely unacceptable. It hurts the media. It hurts their credibility. And I'd add on a personal note, you know, I'm out here on vacation on Eastern Long Island, and out in this area, Chris Cuomo last summer was called out in a restaurant by some nitwit who went after him. He got very upset. I defended him. He was out with his family. I just don't think that's the way to invite people on television and treat them, particularly somebody who was doubtless a hardworking soul who's trying to make his restaurant work. I just think that's a mistake, and it adds to the lack of credibility of the media when you do it.
Adam, you know, it's okay to fight. They go back and forth, but basically they didn't want to let him talk. He was saying to Chris, why did you go break quarantine? Why is your brother locking everybody down? Why did they get killed in nursing homes? He wasn't ready for those questions.
Well, that's right. First of all, this guy is probably the bravest among us because he's a small business owner in California. I mean, that's a state where they don't even want you to be in business. They'll squeeze you dry out of cash, and then they'll regulate you out of business. But again, the hypocrisy. Chris Cuomo had COVID, broke quarantine, went out on the streets. Where was the media on that? You know, I'm a Floridian. They mocked us for going on the beach and socially distancing in the sand. Chris Cuomo had COVID and went out in public. The only thing I could think is he was trying to get his brother's numbers higher for the record-breaking amount of cases of COVID in his state of New York. That's the only reason I could see as to why he did something so insane.
Yeah, Jeff, real quick. He was getting special tests from his brother, and they were expediting him in a car service to the lab to get his results. This is all. This has gone full circle with him. Real quick, your thoughts?
Yeah, it has, and I cannot imagine what he's thinking doing this. I mean, the Cuomo family is a seriously political family. To not know the reverberations of doing something like this, it's not unlike the Hunter Biden situation, where he, said all sorts of unkind things the other day about people who are concerned about his selling his influence. I mean, if you don't understand, this is not.
It's an expletive. Jeff and Adam, thanks so much. We will be right back.